Don't tell me about the woman. Oh, don't tell me a woman can't preach and pastor, but you don't get the man for adultery and fornicate. Which one is the worst? The Bible said that all adulterers, fornicators, idolaters, effeminate shall find themselves in the lake of fire. I ain't read nowhere where it said that a woman that is preaching is on her way to hell. That ain't in the Bible. Go back and do the whole Bible. Do the whole Bible. A woman standing up preaching, thus saith the Lord, amen, has done you betterment than a man behind the pew and can't keep himself holy. Sitting up there telling me what a woman can't do. Why don't you keep yourself holy? Stop all of that fornicating. Stop that adultery. Stop having children out of wedlock. Stop showing up at the clubs, amen. Stop, amen, dipping and drinking stuff you ain't got no business drinking. Stop being in parties you ain't got no business partying. Why don't you preach on that? Sitting up here and being a representative of God's house and you can't even keep yourself holy, but you gonna tell me what a woman need not to do behind the pulpit. You start living right around the pulpit and maybe he can use you more.
First of all praises to the Father Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakadash. Shabbat Shalom to all the brothers and sisters in recognition to observing this day for worshiping the Most High. Sundown this evening to sundown tomorrow evening, my people. Let's get some rest, worship, and praises into the Most High, because this is a commandment in all our dwellings. Well, now today we're going to revisit the word female prophetess. Thanks to the dear sister Queen, I know who I am. I know it's been a while since I told you I was going to do some research on this, and here we are. I've gotten to the bottom of this once and for all, if you understand what I'm saying. You know. Now, let's see here. Your question is, just a minute. Let me just do this right here. There we go. Now, you said you have a request. You said, James, would you mind speaking on 7 prophetess of the Bible? There is 9 in the Hebrew scriptures, including Rachel and Leah. I ask because people always get it twisted that Yah never appointed nor ordained women to speak, teach, or preach, which is, I think, is incorrect. The one who opposed women in roles of speaking, teaching, and preaching to the masses, was it not Paul? Well, was it not the Apostle Paul? Please correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Well, we're just going to let the Bible speak. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what I think, or what you think, or what anybody else think, we're going to let the Most High word speak. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a misconception of the word and what prophetess really means. And a lot of people tend to believe that prophetess means for a woman to do and take on the ways of a man prophet. They have 2 total different roles. Okay, there is a such thing as a prophetess. This is true, but it's not in the way that we just seen this lady just done in the video we just watched prior. Okay, so without further ado, let's address and get into this lesson right here. We're gonna do this. First of all, we're gonna start here in 1 Corinthians. Okay. 1 Corinthians 14:34, and it says, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. Okay, so that's what it is. Now that doesn't negate that there's still prophetess, okay, but we have different roles. Okay, verse 31, ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn, and all may be comforted. And the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. For Yahweh is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Okay? 34. Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the churches. Well, the church. Question, what? This is what question came the word of Yahweh out from you, question, or came it unto you only? If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Lord. So this is ordained through the prophet Paul from the Most High himself, that women are not to get up there and do what we just seen this woman do. Again, this still doesn't negate that there are not prophetess, because there are prophetess. Now let's go over here in 1 Timothy 2. Okay, and it reads, we're just going to read it up here. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Okay? That's what it all boils down to. Women are to learn in silence with all subjection. They are supposed to address their husband for anything referring to the Most High's word that they may not know. Okay, now we're going to start here where we started, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Okay? This is what it is. This is from the word of the Most High himself. Okay? Spoken, first written through the seer, the man, the prophet. Okay? That's what it boils down to. We cannot argue with this, regardless, be it man or woman, because we don't only have women that's chomping at the bit to want to stand up in the pulpit, and teach like the man does, the prophet, was supposed to be a prophet. You know what I'm saying? But we have men actually backing these women up, saying, yes, women can get up there and preach. No, they can't. No, they cannot. They cannot. They're not. Well, the Bible just spoke that. Okay, and we have to respect what is written in the Most High's word. Whether we agree with it or not, we have to respect it. There are some things that, I've come up on the word with that I am actually cut by. Who am I to argue with that? You understand what I'm saying? Now what we want to do is get into and address the true meaning of prophetess. Okay? The word prophetess is what we're going to address. Okay? Let's go over here in Exodus 15:20. And we have Miriam. And Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. Okay? Let's go over in Judges. Judges 4:4. And Deborah, a prophetess, the wife of Lipitoth, she judged Israel at that time. Okay? Let's go over here in 2 Kings 22:14. And it reads, so Hilkiah the priest and Ahikam and Akbar and Shaphan and Asaiah went unto Huldah the prophetess, the wife of Shallum, the son of Tikva, the son of Horaz, keeper of the wardrobe. Now she dwelt in Jerusalem in the college. and they communed with her. Okay. Huldah is a prophetess, and she's also the wife of a prophet. Okay, that's what it is. See, that's what you got to be first. Okay, now let's go over here in Nehemiah, verse 6 and 14, and it reads, My God, think thou upon Tobiah and Sanballat, according to these their works, and on the prophetess Noadiah, and the rest of the prophets that would have put me in fear. Okay. Now let's go to Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah 8 and 3. And I went unto the prophetess, and she conceived and bare a son. Then said the Lord to me, Call his name Marsha Halabaz. Okay, I know I might be messing that name up, but I think it's Marshall Halabaz. All right. Let's go to Luke 2, verse 36. And there was one Anna, a prophetess, the daughter of Phanuel, of the tribe of Aser. She was a great age, and had lived with an husband 7 years from her virginity. Again, she was a prophetess, and she lived with her husband. She had a husband. Okay. Now let's go to Revelations over here. We're going to talk about this false prophetess. Okay. And these are the kind of prophetess that we're seeing to this day, because they are not in the order of what a prophetess is supposed to be. Okay. And here she is, Revelations 2:20, and it reads, and this is the Hamashiach speaking, Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornication and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. Okay? So there that is. Okay, that's Jezebel. That's Jezebel right there. See, and we got a lot of those out here, whether we like to admit it or not. Okay, that's what it is. Now, let's go over here and learn the meanings and actual of what these prophetess are really about. Okay, and what their duties are as a prophetess. All right, let's get this. Let's just get this just out in the open once and for all. Okay, now we got who we got in Exodus. Who we first, talked about was Exodus 15:20, Miriam, prophetess. Okay, let's go over here in tools and look up the word prophetess. Okay, and we're going to take this down to right here. All right, let's read what this is. Now, prophetess, and it says here, ancient type endowed with gift of song. Then it's got Huldah right here. We covered Huldah. Later type consulted for a word. Huldah. Now it says false prophetess Noadiah. And then we have wife of Isaiah the prophet. All right. So are we figuring we getting this together now? See, it says here Nabiya, feminine, and then it has a prophetess or generally inspired woman. By implications, a poetess by associations, a prophet's wife. Okay? Prophetess. This is what makes her a prophetess. All right, this is what it is. This is what it is. Okay? And then we have the ancient types endowed with gift of song, Miriam, Deborah, judges, of the later type consulted for a word of Huldah. Okay, then we have the false prophetess Noadiah, which we covered. So this is what it is. Let's go back. We're gonna run this right here. We're gonna bring this thing out, because it needs to be talked about, because a lot of people, they think this is what a prophet's supposed to do, is get up there and in that pulpit like they see the man do, and then, hey, get to run in her mouth. And that ain't what it is. That's just not what it is. Okay. Now let's look up here in the prophetess, which is going to have the same meaning, but I'm going to go anyway. You know what I mean? See, it says here, so Hilkiah, the priest of Ahikam, Akbar, and Shaphan, and Asaiah went unto Huldah. Okay, we just read what Huldah is. We're gonna go right back to that again and look up the phrase prophetess. Let's see, where is it? There it is. We just read it. It's the same thing applies for her. See? Just like with Miriam, a woman was given a song. But we're gonna see some more meanings. We're gonna see other meanings. But I can guarantee you, we're not gonna see what we just saw the modern day prophetess do, which is more like the Jezebel, because she ain't got no business up there. She's in violation. This is my point. She's in violation of the Most High's word when she gets up there and prophesy. Okay? This is going to take us right back to the same meaning again when we go to prophetess, until we get to Jezebel. I'm just doing this to show you guys. You understand? We just read it. Ancient type endowed with gift of song, Miriam. Later type consulted for a word, Huldah. False prophetess, Noadiah, wife of Isaiah the prophet. Okay? And it just goes on and on. Same thing here with Isaiah. And I went unto the prophetess, and she conceived and bare a son. Then said the Lord to me, call his name Mar-Shalabaz. Okay? Yeah. Let's go over here again. And you're going to see it again. It's going to say the same thing when we go to prophetess. Prophetess. Boy, where is it? Well, it's not over here. Unless I missed it. Let me look. Well, it's not over here. Wait, yeah, it is. Sorry about that. The same thing. All of them are, as what it says is A, B, C, and D. It's the same thing. Now, guess what? Let's go to the well, we got Luke and Anna, a prophetess, which is going to say the same thing. Okay, I'm going to show you. I got time. We're going to go to prophetess. Oh no, it's not going to say the same thing. Here it is, a prophetess. This is the same thing it says for Jezebel, though. It says here, when we read, all right, a prophetess, a woman to whom future events or things hidden from others are at times revealed, either by inspiration or by dreams and visions. A female who declares or interprets oracles. That right there is these things I'm showing you in the Most High's word, in the Strong's Concordance, in the blue letter right here. Shows you what a real prophetess is and what her duties are. Okay? Not to get up there and teach. Okay? Goes down here. It goes on right here. It says, in the root word, prophetess. Feminine, and it got a female foreteller or an inspired woman, prophetess. Okay? And as we go here, it says a woman to whom future events or things hidden from others are at times revealed, either by inspiration or by dreams and visions. Okay? As it says in Luke, it says here in Luke, and there was one Anna, a prophetess, the daughter of Phanuel, and the tribe of Asher. She was of great age and had lived with an husband 7 years from her virginity. Okay? And then, of course, we got the one here with Jezebel. Notwithstanding, I have a few things against thee, because thou sufferest that woman Jezebel, which calleth herself a prophetess, to teach and to seduce my servants to commit fornications and to eat things sacrificed unto idols. Okay, this is what prophetess means. Okay, now we've proven this once and for all. Okay, this is what it means. You know, it's not to get up there and stand in a man's shoes and to usurp yourself, a man, authority over a man. You understand? She's supposed to do as it is read, what we just read, you know, in the Most High's word. 1 Corinthians and 1 Timothy. And those scriptures there. That's what a prophetess does. See, it doesn't negate the fact that just because, you know, what I'm saying, it doesn't negate that there's no prophetess, because as clearly we just found that out. We see that. But she is to be in her role. A prophetess is what we just learned her to be, and more than times than others, she is married to a prophet. You understand? So all of this, you know what I mean, what we just witnessed with the lady and all that old kind of stuff, you know, no, she's not to be doing that. But here in Babylon, you know what I mean, spiritual Babylon, anything that goes against the Most High's word seems to go. It's all right. And people are cheering this, you know, these things on, as we just watched in that video prior to this. You understand? Well, dear Sister Queen, I know who I am. I hope I answered your question in this particular lesson, you know, and anybody else's that may have a problem or what have you, you know, and want to know what a real prophetess is really all about. I hope I said something to stimulate spiritual growth, and I hope you guys found this lesson edifying. All praise to the Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.